And we're live.
I got a pee, so I'm gonna throw a little bone out there. What's going on in the Marvel universe?
Oh, I knew that was coming. Yeah. All right, we'll let you go. So Black Widow is suing. Wait, let me start over. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, he got it right.
Did I? Or
yeah.
Okay. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney. The deal is she was getting paid based on ticket sales, it would seem, and she feels like because they simultaneously released in theaters as well as Disney Plus, I think that's what it's called, that it didn't do as well in theaters as it otherwise would have. Disney's come back, said that she's wrong, she's short-sighted, and Disney Plus allowed her to be paid even more than she would have had it just been released in theaters. And there was also some whiny, sappy bullshit about COVID. Like, you'd think during these hard, trying times that she wouldn't sue us. I hate that.
Yeah.
But so it's hard to really know without knowing her contract. What piece of Disney Plus is she getting?
I don't think she's getting any piece of that. I think that's nonsense. What I read was that she got paid a fee, and then on top of that, a percentage of box office sales, and so like she lost millions of dollars because of this. And this is her last Marvel movie, so I'm sure that, and so because of that, not only does that make it so that she really wanted to cash out, but also that she's not afraid to sue them because she's not looking for another movie with them. She doesn't care if she's not in the next Avengers or Iron Man or whatever the fuck. She's done. I hope she gets paid.
This is Disney's statement, which might not have any truth in it. The company said it, quote, fully complied with Miss Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million she's received to date. So that was the part I was stuck on. The release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier has enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation.
Yeah, but that's kind of vague, right? It's how has it enhanced her ability? Like it's made her more people know who she is now, so she'll get other movie gigs, or like they didn't. I don't know. It seems very vague.
Oh, I didn't look at it through that lens, but I see what you're saying. I don't know what to make of that. I interpreted it as she got a piece of Disney Plus, but I don't know.
Yeah, and how would you even do that, right? How would you even give her a piece of that?
As a customer, I feel like there's so much choice out there that this whole pay-per-view model has to collapse. But as a content creator, like, you almost see why it won't. And I'll explain. They're someone who, say, just watches a YouTube video is worth, I think, 0.2 of a penny, right? Mm-hmm. So 10 of you get together and you're worth 2 cents. But on the other hand, like a Patreon guy or something is single-handedly worth $5, right? How much more is that? Is that Kyle mathing stuff? $5 versus 0.2 of a penny. What did you say?
2,500 maybe? That
works. Yeah. Like it's ginormous. So I look at UFC. I would much rather be in a streaming service or have an ad model or something like that. As a customer, I'm like, bro, I can't pay $70 every time you hold an event. You sometimes hold 3 events a month. Like it's crazy. And you don't seem to recognize that some events are Super Bowls and some events like don't even have a title fight in them, but you charge the same amount for all these pay-per-views and it's crazy. I want you to charge $20 a month or less because get with it. But I can see why they're like, man, I don't care what you want. I value the people who pay $70 an event. And somehow those seem related to me. Like, just some people can be worth so much more than, say, guys only willing to watch ads. That's why pay-per-view hasn't died yet.
Yeah, I definitely so. It's an enormous amount for pay-per-view.
It went the other way with Spotify. I'll argue against myself. So with Spotify, back in the 90s, people would have a music budget of buying like 3 CDs a year, 4 CDs a year. That was like what normal people would buy, not music addicted teenagers, but like the population bought 3 CDs or something, and that was it. And then they stopped buying CDs and went to Spotify, which everybody thought was going to kill the music industry. Turns out on Spotify or Apple Plus or whatever it is, all these options, the music budget has gone to $120 a year, $240 a year, something like that. And people are spending more on music now through these streaming services than they spent by buying just their favorite CDs. That could happen on the music industry, right? Instead of going to the movies twice a year, they'll buy Disney Plus and they'll pay more for entertainment than they used to. Maybe.
Yeah, I used to go to the movies a lot. I would go like 3 or 4 times a month at least. And obviously, I just haven't gone. The last movie I went to, I think, was Avengers.
Do you think COVID is going to cause a permanent change in your movie-going behavior?
One
Even
of the
though
reasons I
yours-
haven't been recently is because there's just nothing good in theaters.
It's kind of a chicken and the egg thing. Like,
Yeah, like
they don't
when
want to
Dune
release
comes out-
their heavy hitters because people aren't going to the movies, and people aren't going to the movies because they don't release their heavy hitters.
Yeah, and we still haven't like gotten this COVID thing under wraps. It's still like
I'm looking at the movies that are out right now in theaters, and I haven't heard a lick about any of these other than maybe the new Space Jam. I've heard about the new Space Jam.
I'm not watching that, and
I'm
that's
not
another
gonna
one you
watch
can
that.
stream.
That's another what? Oh, you can stream that too? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can stream that one.
Do you need to go on poo number 3? All right. There's 3. Hour and 20 minutes in. 3 poos. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever. Unlike you guys, or especially Kyle, like I never really went to movies that often. I would generally wait until they came out. But I can see how you're like, if you're into the Marvel stuff, like of course you're going to go to the movies. Like people are going to spoil the shit out of it the next
Star Wars
day.
too. Yeah. Also, if you're in our position where, like, I don't know, maybe I'm talking up how excited I am for the release of this movie. People will go out of their way to spoil it. You know, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Reddit messages, stuff like that. And it's hard to not read something that like, oh, I saw something about Luke Skywalker. Like does he die? Is that what I read? I don't know. I looked away as soon as I realized what it was saying, but now I have a hint. Now I'm going to go through this whole movie wondering what happens to this dude. You know, why he used his name in the spoiler.
Yeah.
And it's hard to avoid spoilers. So sometimes I see them as early as possible.
What was the worst spoiler for you that you can remember? Was it a Marvel one? Was it like a long time ago?
It was the so Star Wars came back. It would be movie number 7, I think. Like, you know, if you have them in order. But I was super excited about it. Disney bought it. They're releasing it again, etc. And I'm about to do a spoiler on episode 7 of Star Wars, guys. And they wrote me and they said that Han Solo dies and he's killed by Kylo Ren, his son. And it was just like, oh,
what
I
a
went
dick.
through the whole movie, like hoping that was a red herring. That like he was. It was not. That's the end of the spoilers. That's the one. But that was the worst spoiler I can remember. Oh, there was also season 2 of what's the political one? Kyle enjoys it. Kevin
House of
Spacey.
Cards?
Yeah. A main character dies, and they spoiled that for me.
Oh, that's shitty. Because
Yep.
that was such a when he pushes that lady right
That's
in
the
front
one.
of the train. That's
Yes.
like that was such a good part of the show because it was out of left field, totally unexpected.
Not
It's
for
like,
me.
oh, well, not
I saw
for
it
you.
coming.
Not for you. It reminds me of and I've said this before, but like when I was in college and you know the Red Wedding was coming out, I would have company over every single time, you know, every Sunday I believe it was when Game of Thrones would come out, and we would sit and watch in like a big group of like at least 8 people, sometimes like 10. I'd have to bring my kitchen chairs in, and we'd all have a watch party at my apartment. And it was the Red Wedding one, and me and my buddy were the only ones who had read the books. And so we're sitting there like they start playing the Reigns of Castamere, and we're both just like not looking at each other, watching the screen, dead faced. And they keep cutting back to Catelyn, and one of our buddies, Sean, was like, "Why the hell does Catelyn look so worried? What's about to happen?" And we're like, "She always looks worried. You're just noticing that?" And he's like, Yeah, I guess she always does look worried. And then like 45 seconds later, just pregnant belly, destroyed.
My favorite is so after that episode aired, people were showing reactions to that episode, right? So like that's a spoiler. If it's like every night we get together, we watch Game of Thrones, But on the, is it Reigns of Castamere? Do I have that right?
That's the song, yeah, that they played.
No, the Red Wedding is what I wanted to say. In the Red Wedding episode, now they're setting up video cameras to watch me watch it. The fuck is happening here, guys? Like, what is happening? Like, are we watching Game of Thrones or shooting a porn? Because you're getting me from 3 angles.
That is so true. I'm such an idiot. I never thought about that angle where it'd be like, all right, we're going to pause here. I'm going to get my camera set up.
Right?
Damn. But it was a surprising part of that's probably my favorite episode in the entire series. The Red Wedding episode. It was the biggest surprise. Well, for people who hadn't read the books, it was the biggest surprise. Remember the absolute shit fit that happened on social media all over because of the Red Wedding?
Dude, so
with Rob dying.
Yeah. Because what happened is Ned dies, and all of a sudden you realize Game of Thrones is not fucking around. You know, like, oh my God, if Ned can die, no one's safe. Oh, wait a minute. Relax, everyone. It's okay. Rob's got this. Rob's got this. He's winning battle after battle after battle. Shit, I think he's a better tactician than his dad was. And he's so fucking brave, and he's making all these great moves, and he's got this hot chick that he's boning, and this guy's really got it together. You know, I'm on Team Rob now. It's going to be okay. Let's sit back and enjoy the revenge. And then it doesn't go like that.
Doesn't pan out.
No.
And then it never pans out again.
No.
The ultimate twist. Well, I guess it panned out a few more times after that event. You know, that was season 3. 4, 5, 6 were good. 7, 8 were bad. We don't want to talk about it anymore, though, because it upsets Kyle viscerally to remember it.